scenarios to the game. So even though one team can have a bad start, the other team can actually capitalize depending how strong they are. And again, it brings back to the values of rugby tens, which means inclusion as well as equality. Fantastic scenes indeed.
Actually, you framed it so well. I'm just excited.
Yeah.
Off screen we were chatting about it. I've never experienced anything like this, so just looking forward to see what these talented young girls come up with.
Yeah, we've seen earlier with Just Planting Seeds having both of the age group teams, under 13, under 16, playing in both finals. Unfortunately, Just Planting Seeds just went down to the Worcester Foundation, but the under 16s, they won their final and they were really, really good. How have you been impressed by this Just Planting Seeds, which is actually their base is in Manenberg, quite a challenging area? How good has it been to see those girls take their opportunity and make the most of it?
Sure, it's been something to behold. Truly, truly special. When you think of them, when you think of Justin who's running things, you run out of superlatives. As you touched on, we know the conditions, circumstances some of these kids come from, and it's just so special to see them doing what they love with a smile on their face. And most importantly, as you touched on, it's just this opportunity for them to play in front of a crowd, to showcase their skills, and just to do it in a safe environment is very, very special to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've summed up so beautifully. All of these players from different backgrounds, different cultural groups all come together under the Rugby 10s banner and really making the most of every opportunity. It's the mixed play final, which will consist of the under 13 and under 16 groups combining. It's the Cape Town Wild Dogs, of course, taking on the Just Planting Seeds. And the Cape Town Wild Dogs, notoriously such a strong franchise, Paul, and they will be up against this very well-polished Just Planting Seeds team.
They will, and I think that the Wild Dogs will enjoy this challenge and be up for this challenge. As with the Just Planting Seeds, they've laid such a good foundation over these 2 days. They've impressed everyone who's seen them play, and here's just another opportunity for them to ply their trade and to keep on building.
Absolutely, and as we wait for both teams to get ready, we know it's two squads that will combine as one team, and I've just absolutely enjoyed just how the other different teams and franchises just support one another off the field. It's great camaraderie and friendships not just built on the field but off the field that will last you a lifetime, Paul.
Yeah, Charlotte, so lovely that you're touching on that now. Chatting to the legend Lof earlier, and he was chatting about his time in rugby and just how special those friends are that you meet and those relationships that you forge and foster, Charlotte. I hope this is just a good start for these, as you're saying, these under 13 and under 16 kids. They have such long careers ahead of them. They have so many more opportunities ahead of them. Really great to meet and to play with talented, like-minded people.
Yeah, absolutely. As they say, the people you spend your time most, so you become. And that's why it's so important to have heroes that set good examples. And as we hear the background music, it's the Cape Town Wild Dogs. Such a formidable franchise in the Rugby 10s, always finding themselves at the business part of the tournament and in finals. And you never can count them out, as these beautiful scenes here at the Helderberg Rugby Stadium. It's the mixed play final where the under 13s and under 16s will combine to face one another. And if you've just joined us, how the mixed play work, it's the under 13 and under 16 of both teams combining. One will take the first half and the score will then run on into the second half. So if you had a bad start, it does not mean that it's over. As we see now, all the teams getting ready. Just seeing that big huddle, Paul, we haven't seen that in a while. But it's just great to see under 13s, under 16s combining. And, this is not just an under 13 game. This is a squad game between two squads. It's forming one. And they'll all be on the same mission to get this mixed play final in their bag.
They certainly will be, Sharon. As you said, wonderful scenes here at the Charlie. It's been a beautiful day. The sun crept out early this morning and has stayed out, thankfully. And just so much excitement about looking forward to the start of this one.
Yeah, absolutely. As you can see, there's no boots on. That means the under-13s will start off, and the Just Planting Seeds kicks off proceedings as the Wild Dogs now look to see how they can get a strong start through their under-13 squad. It is the number 49, which is such a formidable player as well. Great burst through the middle from Liema Akanula. Now opting to go same side. Again, keeping defenders busy. Inently Masibiki, but it's the diminutive number 27. Looks like Tatum Arendse who's bundled out. And a positive start for this Wild Dogs under-13 team, Paul.
Yeah, they play such a great brand of rugby, and it's nice to see across the board, Charles. We've spoken about it. You know, the Wild Dogs, you watch the seniors play, you watch the men, the women they play such a distinctive brand, and it's so nice to see these under-13s come out and just staying true to that.
Yeah, it's running rugby galore as the Just Planting Seeds will try to see how they can get out of their own 22. Unfortunately, the ball knocked on by Riley Bush. And it looks like the Cape Town Wild Dogs turned defense into attack. And it's those small transitions that makes the difference. It looks like the number 28 got over the line. Liema Hampakajukewa. A nice little mouthful there, but she pounced on that ball, Paul, and she made it count.
Sure, that translation was fantastic, but not translation, pronunciation was fantastic. You were looking at me behind the screen here for help. You didn't need it. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Really good start for this Wild Dogs team.
Yeah. Conversion successful, which makes the score go to 7 points to 0, which means the under-16s of the Wild Dogs will be very happy about that. Remember, whatever score is being achieved in this first half will go to the second half, and great cover defense by the Wild Dogs, showing that it's not just about the attack that they pride themselves on, but it's defense as well. And we know with this Just Planting Seeds, they've got some big ball runners and a lot of speed on the outside, and they want to utilize them. Line out not finding the jumpers. And despite the challenging win we've had today, the fundamentals on these under-13s in terms of what they can take away, we all know the set piece is such a long thing that you need to almost master as time goes on. But you know, these girls have shown that they can actually do that, Paul.
They certainly have, Sean. You know, fantastic for them to get the opportunity to learn these skills and to execute the skills in front of this crowd today.
Yeah, as the Just Planting Seeds get the line out now. Got a real opportunity here using the space on the outside, and I'm so proud of these girls, the way they've fought despite playing multiple games, and the ref gives the scrum advantage. I don't think it's nerves at the moment that's causing these small little errors. Maybe it's just fatigue. These girls have played a lot of matches over the last couple of days, and I'm sure they talk about mileage that you need to get in this game, and this will bode them well going forward, Paul.
Yeah, it certainly will, Sean. They've done so well, as you touched on, you know, the load that they have on these legs over the past 2 days. It certainly is a lot more than they used to, and they've just been so brave. Their willingness to endure, almost, as you said, and to get up for every game, and this is very special.
Yeah, absolutely. These are the moments that parents, guardians, and even grandparents will be so proud of, seeing their children, grandchildren doing what they love most. Now, opportunity for the Wild Dogs as they creep into the 22. Good little step inside from Liema. Now cutting back, and great strength being showed in the tackle fight. Still working with those legs. Can she get over? Yes, she can. Brilliant score for the Cape Town Wild Dogs as they now lead by 12 points to 0 with a conversion to come.
Yep, the Wild Dogs certainly all over the Just Planting Seeds team. Again, Just Planting Seeds just unable to keep their hands on the possession, and the Wild Dogs very dangerous when given these opportunities. Nice and abrasive, as we chatted about in the previous game, Sean. You know, as you get to this game, it's just do everything going forward, and that's what the Wild Dogs have done very well. They've been decisive, they understand what their plan is, and they've really put this Just Planting Seeds side under pressure.
Yeah, remember, it's still not over for the Just Planting Seeds. There's still another half, which means the under-16s can still get themselves back into this match, but still lots to play for in this first half. And a wonderful tackle again. It's been physical, abrasive stuff, as you mentioned earlier, Paul, and this Wild Dogs team are looking to finish on a high in what has also been a hugely successful tournament for both of these squads. As we conclude what has been a highly successful Rugby 10s Invitational once again here in the gorgeous Gordons Bay, surrounded by beautiful mountains, and also great fans that came out in their numbers to come and support all these different teams, consisting from schools and clubs, as well as our 4 franchises, the Balkan Honey Badgers, the Cape Town Wild Dogs, the San Clemente Rhinos, as well as the Serengeti Elephants. And great for these youngsters also to get exposure and see these 4 franchises, which is such a great aspiration element for these youngsters.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, I'm sure that all these kids have aspirations of being professionals one day, or at least wanting to have the opportunity to play rugby at a high level, and this is such a great start for them. You know, there certainly is a high level and really good competition.
And look at the physicality again of the same player, the number 28, Liema, with a brace of tries. Look at the stare to the crowd. She means business. And a phenomenal finish by the young lady. I'm sure she and her parents will be very proud of her efforts today, Paul.
Yeah, as you said, what an effort. She's really put in a shift in this first half. Certainly been one of the players who've been on the tip of our tongue non-stop, and she's carried well, she's defended well. She's a really integral part of this Wild Dogs attacking setup.
Yeah, the Cape Town Wild Dogs now lead by 17 points to 0 over the Just Planting Seeds. Remember, with the mixed play, the under-16s will take the second half, and they will start off with whatever score has been achieved in this first half, as the Just Planting Seeds now just looking a little bit frazzled in the way they've been trying to look for support, but good straightening out there by the number 7, which is Ibtisham Boyson. And now the diminutive Sasha Ontong. She's been a real pocket rocket for her team today. And now she's shifting it through the hands, which is again the fundamentals of the game, which is so important. Ball was loose on that occasion, and we're just less than 2 minutes in this first half. I think both teams have been very brave, Paul, and when this half is done, they can go and enjoy their fruit juices or their or their soft drinks. They deserve it.
That's it, the fruit juices or the bompies or
Yeah.
whatever it is they get after this. But oh, yeah,
Lovely.
it's so true. I think this Just Planting Seeds team struggling to keep up with the intensity that this Wild Dogs team have brought for these first 9 minutes.
Strong scrum, and now trying to see if they can exploit the blind. Good cover defense by the Just Planting Seeds, as they still try to see what they can conjure up there, and losing the ball in the contact area, but it's still alive now. One more opportunity for this under 13 Just Planting Seeds to see if they can get a score. Good pace being shown by the youngster. It is the number 14, Tatum Hendricks, who's being chased down by the Wild Dogs, but she won't be found as she's put the ball down the sticks. And that is a phenomenal finish for the Just Planting Seeds team, to see if they can get a positive reaction from the under-16 team. Wonderful finish there, Paul.
Yeah, Tasman going coast to coast. Not even looking tired, Shal. Looks like she's ready to go again. Off she trots. Nice to see the Just Planting Seeds team. They're such a talented bunch. They haven't really had their hands on the ball, and now an opportunity to go and put some points on the board, and it's exactly what they've done.
Yeah, 17-7 now, just a 10 points deficit that they need to see if they can get it, but they still have an opportunity before this half concludes. And it will be a great score for the Just Planting Seeds if they can manage to get another 5-pointer here. Penalty awarded now on the 22 inside the half of the Cape Town Wild Dogs. And time officially now something of the past. And one more crack to see if they can build on that score. It's the Wild Dogs currently leading by 17 points to 7. And they put the ball through the hands, a little bit stagnant, powerful hit by the try scorer on the Wild Dogs side. Again, so impressed with the way they've shifted the ball in the contact, and again a double hit from the Wild Dogs, not standing back at the moment. It's Sasha Antong changing direction, again putting the ball through the hands. Zakia Peterson evading one or two defenders, still working through the contact, and now well over the advantage line. They've got an opportunity here as they change direction. Now the Speeds are getting the ball in hand. Good cover, tackle once again. But play is still alive, but the ref says the ball went forward. And that concludes the first half. Just seeing the fist bumps on the under 13 Cape Town Wild Dogs. They think they've done the job, but it's not yet over. The first half, Cape Town Wild Dogs leading by 17 points to 7 over Just Planting Seeds. Don't go too far away. I think there's more to the story when the under 16s will follow up in this mixed play final here at the Rugby 10s Invitational. Welcome back. It's the mixed play final for the under 13 under 16. In case you missed it, it's the under 13s that gave the score of 17-7. It is the Wild Dogs over the Just Planting Seeds. And now it's the under 16s chance to follow up on that score, as we see the Just Planting Seeds now team trying to see if they can capitalize on the outside. And a fast start. That is the start that they wanted, Paul. And they get the 5-pointer in under 20 seconds.
Charles, you called it. You said the story is not quite over. And back come the Just Planting Seeds team. This under 16 Just Planting Seeds team have really been a revelation over the weekend, over the 2 days of play, and certainly not surprising that they've struck first in the second half.
Yeah, they won the under 16 Girls Cup division, and they've been by far the superior team in their division. And just having a chat earlier in the studio with the coach Jason Pullman, as well as one or two of their players. They're based in the Manenberg region, and wonderful to see these girls coming from difficult circumstances but maximizing the opportunity. Score now 17-12 as the conversion was unsuccessful, but turnover position for the Just Planting Seeds team as they shift the ball to the hands. Lovely flat pass from Tiana Philander to release Medelia Joseph, the MVP earlier for the under 16. Brilliant finish to now equal standings with an easy conversion to come. That was the MVP in the under 16 division, and she showed it once again, Paul.
She certainly did. And the tide has changed. Just Planting Seeds really come out in the second half, guns blazing, and really looking to continue to put this Wild Dogs team under pressure.
Yeah, the conversion was successful, which means Just Planting Seeds leads by 19 points to 17. And with just less than 8 minutes on the clock, they get the penalty once again. And great to have the likes of Todd Clever that has been joining us over the last couple of days. Again, one of the legends of the Rugby 10s, American international. And such a treat. Safe travels there, and a fantastic finish by the Just Planting Seeds, number 5. It is Tiana Philander, and at the moment they are just enjoying themselves, Paul, and rightfully so. They have earned the right to do so.
They have, buoyed by the confidence they took out of that final. We say best under 16 team at the competition. And just look at that strike. Over that conversion goes as well. Just all-round quality from this Just Planting Seeds team. Jason will be sitting there smiling. We can't quite see him from here, but guarantee he's got a big smile on his face there in the dugout.
Absolutely. Great conversion by number 10, Saskia Claessens, to further extend their lead. Now it's a healthy 8-point deficit, which means they at least 2 scores away from being triumph, but it does not look any of those types of scenarios to come up. They've been dominant in all facets of play. This is the under 16s. And in case you've missed it, how the mixed play works is the one age group in this match, the under 13s, they conjured up a score, and then the under 16 just follows up, again bringing great innovation. And that is the Rugby 10s trying to take the game to a next level. And at the moment, the Wild Dogs haven't had any opportunity now to try and see if they can breach this defense of the JPS. That is the Wild Dogs. As Olisa Mongo looks like she's ready to restart proceedings. Going route 1, another strong double tackle by the Just Planting Seeds. They're going to have to be careful not to be offside. The recess play can continue, again flooding the breakdown area. The Wild Dogs managed to secure possession. At the moment, they're just hunting in packs and just stifling any sort of momentum this Wild Dogs team want to conjure up. And again, Tiana Philander, the try scorer, with a positive tackle. At the moment, Wild Dogs have no answer to this Trojan defense, and strong over the ball. The lady who started it, Tiana Philander, also secures the penalty. Great jackal by the young girl. And now Just Planting Seeds looks to further inflict more pain, and it's Sovankia Fatar, the big frame in the number 1 jersey. She's not just strong, she's dynamic as well, and that showed in that carry, Paul.
Yeah, it certainly did. What an athlete. And if we look at the show, they're kids, they're still 16 years old, and so much potential here. I've been so impressed with the Just Planting Seeds team. It's just, as you said, just a complete turnaround here.
Yeah, I'm sure that under 13 Cape Town Wild Dogs will give them the stanky eye, or the side eye as the youngsters nowadays say it, Paul, in terms of what they've brought in the second half. But nonetheless, it's a squad effort. And at the moment, Just Planting Seeds is running rot here against the Wild Dogs, saying goodbye. It's Madania Joseph, the MVP in the under 16s division, scoring a brace of tries in this mixed play final. And it's good night nurse as the way things look, with the conversion successful now, 40 points to 17. It's fair to say the Just Planting Seeds is just further planting tries.
The turnaround is being completed here, and just Planting Seeds, such good game sense, such good identification of opportunities. They saw the Wild Dogs team set up a bit deeper. They kicked that short kickoff with good chases onto it, and just looked too easy for them.
Yeah, it's been a masterclass from this JPSU 16 team. And Wild Dogs, it has been scrappy for them, the under 16 in the second half, but the courage and the determination is still continuing to try to see if they can spot some sort of gap, especially around the fringes, and that's what they need to do. They need to be more direct. And the whistle have been blown. I think the ref wanted to ask, I love your earrings. I want to maybe buy it for my wife later or something. Where did you buy that one, eh, Paul?
Definitely just wanted to know, you know, are those black diamonds, are those normal diamonds, are those rubies, I can't quite make it out, but you're right, nice conversation there between the referee and...
So maybe just tell him we can have a chat after the game. Let's just first finish the mixed play final. But I'm sure, as the youngsters say, he was plugged with a nice little one there.
That's it, the glint there as she went down in the sunlight just caught his eye. He needed to know what was happening.
Fantastic scenes here at Heidelberg Rugby Stadium as we conclude with less than 2 minutes to go in this penultimate match here at the Rugby 10s Invitational. And another strong scrum by JPS as the Wild Dogs look to see what they can do out of their own half. Strong run now through the middle. Fantastic momentum now for the Wild Dogs as they opt to go with their big forwards, and that is the route to go direct, try and suck in those defenders so the space on the outside can be created. But wonderful awareness of the laws, the great steal by JPS, and high tackle, but the ref says the penalty is actually awarded to the Cape Town Wild Dogs as they speed up play now. Been really impressed by the replacement forwards of the Wild Dogs, just upping the ante again and giving some much needed energy as another penalty is awarded. And there, strong run once again, keeping almost 3 defenders busy. Wild Dogs go blindside, trying to see if they can pick those small gaps around the fringes. Still going with this big pack of forwards with the one of runners and supporting. Just need to be careful the way they're falling, especially for the knees and the ankles. But now JPS trying to see if they can run from their own try line. They've shown that they can do it, especially with their fast backs. At the moment parking in on their own try line, but the young girl manages to find the gap, and that's what they can do. You give them a half little sniff and they will punish you. And a beautiful finish from the one who's been converting almost all the tries today. It's the number 10, Saskia Claessens, that gives the try to the number 13, which is Zakira Boltman. And that probably sums up what this rugby at Rugby 10's mean. It's you and I that both are victorious.
What a beautiful picture there. And you can just see JPS, as you said, you can see the camaraderie, you can see the culture, you can see how much they enjoy spending time together on the field and sharing this big win. Something truly special.
Yeah. Zakira Boltman, the number 13, will remember that moment for a long time to come. She got a name on the score sheet. And that concludes this mixed play final as the U13, U16 just planting seeds is crowned champions over the Cape Town Wild Dogs by 47 points to 17. And look at the scenes there, Paul. It's celebrations galore. And that is innovation, that is equality, that is inclusion. And what a beautiful sight to see.
What a beautiful sight to see, Charles. So true. And that's what rugby is all about. And for these kids to have this experience and for them to go home after these 2 days of rugby, 2 days of challenging rugby with smiles on their faces and good memories, and be able to go home and say, we are the champions. Really a special experience for each and every one of these.
Yeah, absolutely. Just seeing the girls shaking hands and wishing each other well. Here's the MVP, Madania Joseph with a scrum hat. She was the MVP in the under-16 division. for JPS and was again instrumental to galvanize her team. And again, just wonderful to see the celebrations